What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. Gem Tech has been revolutionary in the accessories for trading card industry, not only with their new deck boxes that are selling out on very huge amounts on a high-end scale that have these imprinted things. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. But that's not why we're here today. But yeah, they sent me this prototype a while ago. I think I showed it off. They've just been killing it, and they've sent me in a binder to give an honest review of course they're a sponsor, but I always put you guys first, so let's go ahead and see their brand new Book of the Moon binder. I think they just call it Buying Tech Moon, but it's obviously off of the artwork of Book of the Moon, I would think, and I'm excited. So here we go. Here's the outside packaging. It did get a little beat up in shipping, but I don't mind that. What I care about is the binder itself. Even the faded color. They have so much attention to detail. And oh my gosh, wow. I know I'm staring at it, but let me show you guys. They knocked this out of the park. So my main concern, without even having held this, is this foiling. And it is risen on here. Like, I think if you have a regular backpack where you're throwing this in and your deck box against it, it will scratch up. They have specific backpacks where you put the binder in, so their own backpacks will protect this binder from that happening. And so I think they have their own product line in mind when thinking about that. Let's see how the inside is and how it actually feels. Wow, they actually put this in here too to like stop the pages from getting scuffed. That's a felt-like material in there. That reminds me a lot of Dex Protection and their higher end stuff. These pages feel amazing. And actually, yeah, this is like a thicker, clearer plastic that they worked on, and then they purposely went not with the typical black or blue, like black or white, but they went with this different blue when it comes to the pages. I saw him talk about it. I talked to him a lot about his upcoming products and what I think, but he always just blows it out of the park. Easy 10 out of 10. This is just like embedded, etched into the material, and I know they have other ones coming. So if you're wondering how you can pick yours up, because I'm showing it off, it comes out in 2 days, 6 hours, 50 minutes, and 5 seconds as I'm talking. You can go over to their website. I'll have this link down below. Code CHAMPS10 will work on this, but this is definitely one of those secondary market items you'll want to pay attention to, as their deck boxes sell out in a day almost every time. I know their Senpai one sold out in 8 freaking minutes, even with protection against bots. That being said, let's get into today's market watch after this, but yeah, it looks as amazing in person as they made it look online. Not a single flaw that I can point out. Animador Archosaur coming in at number 1 today has just sold out to the point of $65 and was even higher last night. People really want their Dino DNA. This had spiked towards $48, fell down towards $46, and last night got a huge jump in price to where it's almost number 1 in Eternity Code, right behind Access Code Talker. When you're buying into hype though, like now a lot of people that just bought it for that $40 range right when the ban list hit, they'll start considering, do I really like my Animador that much? Do I want to sell or play in these remote duels? That's a lot of money, that sort of line of thought. So I think there will be a lot of motivated sellers. I think this will dip down towards 60 and then maybe 55, but where its new ceiling will be, because its market price actually sold out, like there were actual sales at the $55 range for it to hit up to this point. Question mark where it will actually land versus the hype that it's getting right now. A huge surprise we found in the Discord last night, late night talking in the chat, give them some credit, the boys. Cherubini secret rares have spiked really extravagantly, even for the unlimited editions, and the first eds are clinging near $20. Is this the next Dante? People love having their fully hollowed out decks. Burning Abyss is definitely no exception, and I think you would have had this long ago if you were a true Burning Abyss fan, but look at it versus the ultra rare at just $2, oh so accessible. And there's multiple Phantom Knight stuff actually in this market watch to talk about. PK obviously helps make this, as well as the requirements for Cherubini are 2 level 3 monsters, so BA PK got a huge boost along with the Orcas. I still feel like Burning Abyss is struggling there in the rogue category right now. Abyss Dweller is still a card, by the way, but it got a lot stronger with Rusty, more more so than the Graph and Seer Unlimits. I misspoke on a previous Market Watch. I was like, Graph and Seer, I don't feel like they got a boost. The Rusty Bardiche was by far a bigger boost to them than Seer or Graph going up to 2. Tour Guide to 3 also did help the consistency a lot. Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, dual terminal version, sold out at its higher price. You can see the market price now lines up at 200 freaking 50, and they're at 369, 370, and there's tons of sellers ready and chomping at the bit competition at this price. Adam Korn here among them. Big City cards, 2 sellers that I enjoy seeing. Super special, awesome cards. A lot of the top rated sellers just ready to pounce on this and undercut each other on the price. I can't believe like the 250, 300 range is gone. And it's just sitting up here, but the Ice Barrier Structure deck was announced. You will be using Trishula with the new Trishula Synchro. The Ultimate Rares are still on cooldown from their previous buyout that was of ridiculous proportions, down towards 180, down by the way. But yeah, it's chilling out from its last buyout, which was recent, so people went around and said, what can we actually spike that's going to last? It was Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier dual terminal version, the true highest rarity considered by a lot of the community, spiking way back ahead of the Ultimate Rare, and it still was above the ulti even after the ulti's buyout for the most part. Castel the Sky Blaster Musketeer got a buyout, and we see a quick listing back at 40 before Motivated Seller, good stuff. Wait, that's yeah, Lumina, I'm sorry buddy, you got some yeah, a couple things in trade complaints going, don't you? And then Beetlejuice, also here at 50, and then 95 from Sippo Yappo. So we see at $100 here for a near mint unlimited ships immediately. Three sales here. That's some extra, please, buy this high price card. Not a lot of great selling options, basically. Some people are speculating Tribrigade since it's a winged beast, past format, it's been underestimated on the market for a while. I think that it was a okay buyout at its price point of, you know, under $30 for what a lot of people got their copies at. And will it really make that big of a mix of Tribrigade? Every time I see this card, all I think about is, well, if you get rid of this materials, you can use one Diamond Direwolf material to pop Castel in past formats and not the Direwolf itself, which a ton of people forget about. That's all I ever think about this card, but not a bad buyout. Definitely not a bad one long term. Leviair, the Sea Dragon, Ultimate Rare, is also getting a lot of looks. We see the Near Mint Unlimited towards 48 and First Edition around 60. And a lot of people talking about this one last night. The Crush Cards actually messaged me on this one too while my Discord was already talking about it. I think with Leviair, it goes to those level 3 typing combos with the Phantom Knights. I think that's where this is going. Also, Burning Abyss has link-up options with this as well. But I don't know how integral to extra deck space versus the combo extensions this actually offers when you use 2 materials just to bring back one more card to link off again. It feels like extra steps to do what you were already doing, but it does get your Phantom Knights out of the banish, back into the graveyard while you're looping up, which still, for the extra deck space, how do you guys feel about it? And is it integral to any of your combos? And does it do something specific for you in the decks you're playing it, besides just thinking about past format play, where this also does shine a little bit? I bought myself some OCG ultis a while ago. OTS 13 is something I haven't looked about, and I want to give a general discussion. There are a ton of these packs going out right now, thanks to remote duels and prizes actually being pushed out that way, so a ton of these prices have crashed. Remember, there was a Book of Moon buyout where people actually spent $80. A Book of Moon, a nice little plug there with the gem binder. But seriously, there was a buyout where people spent $80 on these to try to get them off the market and bump it up above 100, and it's only fallen since. So there are very deep pockets that are invested in Book of Moon looking at their price point in right now, and I don't think they're gonna just sit there forever. So Book of Moon is something I'd consider sooner than later. I personally don't like how the foiling looks on it though, but that doesn't stop cards like Raigeki or Scapegoat from getting their rolling buyouts. Traptrix Rafflesia has fallen down as well, which with the rank 4 stuff, it hasn't been the biggest, like, oh, I'm gonna stop hand traps thing in the world, but it does appear here and there in some top lists. And then Dweller towards 60 is probably the biggest surprise, falling down from 80. Again, it's just the population of these actually going out right now. And do remember, OTS stores can't sell these singles until 13 is gone, 14 is gone, 15 is gone, 16 is gone. 4 sets have gone by. When OTS 17 comes out, then the OTS stores can actually start dealing in them, and they start going off the market faster, getting bought by them, getting sold by them, and getting into their forever home hands like that. So right now, it's going to be a lower price getting in, and I would think about what you want from this set sooner than later from the higher end tiers, because these are pretty good prices right now for what they are. Sacred Beast Structure Deck had some buyouts, and we were actually looking at this last night, and now the singles are really gone. People love this engine, being able to go into Curious with 1.5 cards, that sort of thing. But these structure decks themselves, you can still get shipped for $8 to $9 using that TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. Tons of them are lined up under $10, despite the singles starting to go to a point where you could make money selling these singles and busting open these structure decks rather as a OTS store, rather than just keeping it sealed, because they only spend around $5.50 per structure deck, whereas these 3 singles alone are starting to line up very nicely around that price, and then you can play the game with the rest of them even as bulk or whatever. But a lot of them are in the 50-cent range and look really good long term. This is Radiant's first actual reprint as well, being the Dark Monarch that you use with Allure, has a specific level people like. There's so much going for this. When we look at structure decks in the past that have gone up over time, they usually have something unique like Lair of Darkness, Ballard Droach. Well, this one has a pretty cool engine that is getting bought up. I think the structure decks would be what goes next, sealed, and I would consider maybe just getting the 3 sealed rather than buying these singles at this price. Like, you're paying what? Around $3, around $3, and around the dollar, like $7. Just buy the structure deck and get everything else with it. Also talking about engines that are rising up a little right now, but I don't think will go as quickly. You have several good singles in here between Cosmic Cyclone and Scrap Recycler. ABC has really been looking at unauthorized reactivation, and then you have really good singles on top of it, Magnet Reverse and Ties of the Brethren. But what's down here is Machina Radiator and Machina Possess Storage, and these 2 cards have been getting played as kind of an engine with an Orcust along with Citadel, and so I could see those also slowly going. I don't know if it's really the best engine. I've watched Coder play against it. I've watched other people happen to play it against me in stream and other Orcust players trying it out. I don't know that it's the way to necessarily go, but do be aware this is an engine people are playing. I think this is way stronger, the more generic engine, if I'm spending my money just to have something right now, though. Mist Valley Baby Rock has fallen out, has very few listings. This is a reminder that it is not currently slated for the TCG Dragoonity structure deck, but they do have the Strudo in the OCG structure deck, and they'll need to replace something to port. This would be perfect, but if it's missing from that structure deck, expect this to re-skyrocket from this $4 to $5 price point. Phoenix Flare X has showed many a time why you want to play this, how it helps versus certain combos, and also to play around hand traps. This card is nice when it comes to the Dragoonity deck. It's typing everything about it, it also being a level 2 tuner. This is a good card to have for the Dragoonity stuff. Do think about having this card, and I'm surprised how many motivated sellers there are on that right now. And that's gonna end today's Market Watch. I thought I had another tab, but we do it live. I had, seriously, live reaction to this finder. Be sure, I know it's sponsored, but I'm always transparent about my sponsorships, right? Gem has been really making some of the best stuff, period, out there. It looks as good. The foiling here is amazing, but I would also say have a Gem backpack along with it to actually keep this safe, or consider what you're throwing in your backpack alongside it to keep the foiling safe, because the foiling goes all the way down to here. Like, they did really good work on this binder, having those rays of light come through and stuff, but do consider, like, you don't want your binder scuffed up and scratched, and I do think that this will probably scratch over time, and I would just want to keep something this amazing safe. So the Gem backpack does that job. I'm not trying to, I swear I'm not trying to get you guys to like buy another product for a binder, a more expensive backpack. But if you already have a Gem backpack, you know I use them at every event, like for my own personal reasons, like not because I'm sponsored even. And at least it has a slot that keeps the binder by itself completely. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the conversations. Tons of interesting cards today, really, around the market and conversations with like the Sacred Beast structured deck. It was a fun one.